come on, you already knew this was a win, don't lie.
地獄道へ入られたということは神仏を捨てこの鬼神たちに
Okay, so originally I was looking to take the piss on Anime Sins for having a sign stating it's the Hall of Hell as a weird selling point, but then during the scene the old man goes on to actively attempt to discourage this man from being there, and honestly the sign now looks like a valid attempt to warn people away. Thus, I think it's very clever and worth a win. Then even further so, the old man attempts to I don't know, burn something in the room and gets attacked by the guy, absolutely destroying any funny observation I could have ever made. Having his epic eyebrows and tash soaked in internal human juice. I ain't showing that freaky looking baby, but goodness me, that's a freaky looking baby. Even though the fabric does seem incredibly weak, it's very realistic for a mother to desperately want to see her child in that moment. I think they could have leaned into this even more for an even greater emotional impact, but it's still great all the same. In all honesty, the song for the OP is kind of weird. I like the middle, but the end goes a bit funky for my liking. What I don't just like, but instead love, is the high quality editing. It looks stunning how they utilise fading background shots over the characters' bodies and such. Stunning piece of work right there. The fact that this old lady couldn't just do away with the child in cold blood and instead felt it was right to allow the gods to determine if the boy should ultimately live or not. Perhaps the gods weren't even involved and she really was basing it upon his luck. Either way, that's worth pointing out. Well, that just happened. This blind dude absolutely messing up the day of this samurai skull old lady eating demon like a boss with his old guitar sword thingy. I like the idea of someone doing this on the dead as a respectful thing, and I don't even rightly know why. I could well be wrong as it's early days yet, but this right now is feeling like an anime decided to make a bit of a return to the old ways and have barely any CGI. I'm cool either way, pretty much, so long as it's not prolific or poor looking, but thus far it's been pleasant to see that in this one. I'm seriously searching for some CGI and I can't bloody find it! Also getting to meet the main character of Dororo with his cheeky personality and funny entrance. Okay, how he helped out the kid and went about his day barely breaking his stride was awesome, and it's clearly the ugly baby, so this is getting damn good, but a nice short introduction for him, handled nicely as well. Showing signs of world decay as we have what looks like a newly built bridge in the background and a withered broken one in the foreground of the scene. It's a dog! Man, as a character, dude is pretty damn cool. This dude is pretty damn cool! Also, obviously Poop Monster is CGI, but this, as always, as it now seems to be in most modern anime, is the very best usage of it. Yeah, how could I not add one for just how beautifully put together this little action sequence is of him taking down the bridge and the monster at the same time. It's nicely demonstrating as well how one like him has to deal with different demons, as obviously just cutting this one with blades seems to be doing nothing. Oh wow, he just got his face back! This ending showing that he can blink and perhaps raising the question in his own heart of, am I human? I don't rightly know if that's what they were going for with that statement, but the notion is interesting since it's a pretty deep question. Honestly, the ED is just straight up lovely. It's got a great calming song after such an intense, gory, messed up first episode in terms of no skin baby and all that stuff, and then you just left feeling like, at the end. Also, the art style is wildly varied and extensively detailed, so I just found myself enjoying the passing images.
この時代、旅とは文字通り命がけであった。旅の途中で消息を絶つことは決して珍しくなかったのである。
Having a nameless set of bones hunched against a tree nicely illustrates the guy's thoughts about the dangers of traveling back in the day.
やろうか?
Oh my god!
どうしてだ? うわ、待てよ。ごめん、しつこすぎた。
I must admit I'm already enjoying the dynamic between these two. It nicely fits together and I have no doubt it'll lead to some awesome moments down the road as he regains multiple missing body parts.
百鬼丸にはドロロの姿も声も届いてはいない。だが、百鬼丸には生まれながらに見えているものがある。重要なのはその色だった。
Them giving us a clear explanation as to how he navigated the battle against the sludge monster so expertly as I had been wondering it. Also, it's a very interesting element because it leaves the door open to further curious questions about how he gained that ability and such. As always, I'm being careful of what I show, but the anime does a great job of building a war-torn land, especially at least where the prosthetic guy is wandering about anyway, since there's corpses littering the world, blood and weapons and everything else. Oh my god!
おい、何するつもりだよ。この人は人間だぞ。
バンダイ様、こいつ何から剣が。
Subverting our expectations by having the boy intervene and the villagers come to her rescue, ultimately capturing the two of them.
それより、お前さんには見覚えがある。
Some sweet looking JoJo type editing right here.
見てくれじゃない。中身が見えるのさ。
もしかしてこの七種のごめんぼん坊さんみたいに見えるのか?
It's a great added element having this old man in the story, at least for right now, because he's able to explain to the boy the situation the guy is in and how he sees the world.
どうなったんだ? 今の声なんだよ?
This kid has got a great voice actor. Dororo has got some bloody brilliant fight scenes with smooth as hell animations.
でも最初にバンダイ様が食った旅人がかなりのロギンを持ってたもんで。
Revealing a dark side story to this episode just completely reminds me of The Witcher 3's side quests, and I love that. Actually, this world is just a lot like that in general so far.
なんだ? 字が書けるのか?
百鬼丸。
Us learning his name, even if it did come after a bit of a weird scene of the kid saying, "Stop treating me like a kid," when he's never initiated interactions with him before now. I straight up think one of my favourite elements about this anime thus far is him regaining his body parts. I love seeing them come back, and his reaction to it is incredible each time.
なあ、おい、大丈夫かよ。しっかりしろよ。おい。 どうしたんだよ。なあ。
Also, they can take another one for the absolutely genuine sounding concern in the kid's voice.
それも探しとけ。
Man, this anime is so damn dark!
本当にいいんですかい? こんなすげえものをタダで。
わしの勝手でやってることだ。
I don't know who this dude is, but I like what I've seen of him from the random bits of the first 2 episodes, and he seems very interesting, so getting some backstory on the guy is great.
この子の腕を通りすがりのお侍に言いがかりをつけられて
Dark, dark, dark! The woman's got a scar on her face and her son is missing a damn arm. Oh my word! In a lot of ways, this is even darker so far than Berserk, because at least in that we don't see people with no limbs getting treated, other than the obvious end of Season 1 spoiler I won't mention.
この仕事が済んだらいかようにしても構わん。だがあの親子との約束だけは。
This seems like a good analogy for second chances. Just hope the kid doesn't actually follow through with killing him, as that'll seem slightly counterintuitive. Now this is making a great deal more sense as to why he's had such a presence in the first few episodes, and nicely has it make sense for us how the boy ended up with all of those limbs.
お前そのカニに大層好かれたようだが、無理をするとその面に傷がつくぞ。
Uvo from Hunter x Hunter. Just heard it. Even though it seems a bit inconsistent right now with the whole soul sight thing, it's still good to get a much deeper understanding of how it works. This nicely puts us in the mind frame, firstly, that his mother genuinely can't get over his death, and the best part is that they did it in a non-exposition manner. Also, though, it's great how they frame these brothers side by side, one having a great life, experiencing growing physical strength, the love of his father and those around him, while his brother is having one of the worst lives in a way. Made a lot easier by Uvo, though. Clever way of passing the time and showing how he got stronger.
生まれ持った運命に負けず強く生きてほしい。ただそれだけのはずだった。わしはまた間違ったのか。
Getting to see him struggle in the choices that he's made both recently and in his distant past. In fact, I'll stick another one on here because as a character he's genuinely interesting in terms of the story they gave him and by him actually having a proper character arc.
足だ。生身の足が生えた。どうしてこのようなことが。
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's incredibly damn sweet.
何言ってんだ、やけどしちまうだろ。さく、いきなりなんだってんだよ。
Him going out of his way to experience pain from heat for the first time.
この刀が血を欲したのだ。故に切ったまで。
Our first introduction to a human bad guy, as up till now it's been a proper monster fest. I must say, him having a not quite at all normal body is often seemingly to his benefit. It's going to be interesting as he regains his body to see how in many ways his life improves and perhaps in other ways it gets more difficult than before. It's an intriguing element to the anime all the same. Oh! Side plot twist!
兄上が無事に戻られますようにって。
The near constant rain adds a lovely dreariness to this story.
ちくしょう、戻れってんだよ。
How they did this little pulling him along motion.
そうなる前に切るのだ。
Even giving us some backstory for a side character like this is awesome.
その刀、血を吸うほどに切れ味を増すそうだ。真偽は知らぬ。
Also giving us the story of how we came across the blade. They're really dealing with characters well in this anime so far. I'm very pleased it didn't have just a 12-episode order. But that was a sweet-ass little battle edit. Oh my word, see, once again his body actually ended up granting him success in battle due to another tricky little move he literally had up his sleeve. Staying away from doing reaction occurs long after an attack cliches.
兄貴、
I love it! You guys hear him back! Also, I think it's awesome that A, they're not doing a story of one body part returning per episode, and B, they're not doing it so every single body part is being returned by the death of a monster.
左だ。
Firstly, I adore the dedication to keeping CGI to an absolute minimum. Secondly, it's great to see what I wrote come to life as he now struggles more with his ability to hear than before he had it. The old man who randomly disappeared at the end of episode 2 returns!
この辺りを治める堺って武将が同盟国を裏切ったとかでね。
This overhead view and the world-building elements which accompany it.
お前さんは慣れなきゃいけないよ。穴蔵からこの世に出るためにはね。
兄貴、
Having a character like him around really nicely changes up the dynamic. I hope he's around for the long haul. He's got a bit of a tough love vibe about him that I like and which this guy probably needs. In fact, so far for me, all of the characters are likable.
邪魔しちまった上に面倒かけて悪いね。
そんなこと治るまでいてもらって大丈夫だから。
introducing what looks to be yet another decent and likable character.
酒井様の陣いつ戦になるかわからねえから一晩中誰かが起きててその世話がいるんだってさ
Oh dear, I could be completely off base, but I think she was washing part of herself when the guy heard her at the stream, and now I hear that she's out working all night serving soldiers and getting paid plenty of food, so again, I could be off base, but if I'm right, there's a double win for me guessing it based on those two hints.
この時期ここまで降らぬのは珍しきことなれば万が一のための備えは必要かと
Whoa, so that's really great, that I'm guessing the demons are making certain things bad on the land again, due to the boy regaining parts of his stolen body. If that's the case, and I'm sure it will be, I love that, as it'll give this greedy father a reason to get personally involved in stopping him, douchebag that he is. Hint number 3 seems to be further confirming my suspicions. Poor girl.
あらお坊さん
The fact that this old dude who I quite like has come back again. This man saving the lad. I knew I liked this guy. Plus, these dudes know how to make a tasty looking battle scene. Yep, I figured as much. Glad they didn't outright shove it in our faces during the last episode via exposition.
百鬼丸お前さん
Oh my god, he's got a voice!
兄貴弾いてんのかって今の声
Also, I must say, it adds a great dynamic to the anime that just getting something back doesn't mean he's going to keep it. He's now straight up lost the leg he got back. I can't see it regrowing again. A clever way to demonstrate his frustration at what he saw and how he's struggling to process it as a kid. I'm enjoying getting to see the brother in play now, with his own issues he's dealing with, such as the looming war, his mother's seeming disinterest in him, and a feeling of being mistrusted by his father. Now we see these two aides giving advice. I don't know. This anime just seems to flesh out character development not just very well, but extremely well.
ダメダメ二度と侍なんかのために泣かないって決めたんだから
Having her react to the situation realistically, and also a nice bit of foreshadowing as well. Basically, whenever an anime can avoid exposition, I quite like it.
不思議この手は嫌じゃない
Oh man, that's really sweet and really sad both at the same damn time.
だけどそうやっておっかちゃんは死んじまったおっかちゃんは偉いけど生きてる姉ちゃんも同じくらい偉えよ
Damn, see what I mean? This anime masterfully weaves its story among multiple branching character arcs, and despite only being a mere 6 episodes into the season, it feels like I know these characters incredibly well already.
ほらこれなんていいだろ
They had him miss.
話せバカ野郎お前らなんで
I can't show it, but, well, you know, all the little ones are dead. God damn. That's so sad, and it feels even worse because they built up that storyline so damn well. Oh yeah, his leg grew back? That's kind of nuts. I mean, I love it, but I also did like the idea of him not sprouting new limbs every time. But I guess I'll have to wait and see if this twist ultimately pays off better. Him making it just in time, but damn man, this is so sad. This is why it was beautifully done though, explaining her horrible toil all as a way as to ultimately give them all a better life. And then when it's stripped away, the emotional hit is an incredibly strong one. Gonna expertly edit around this, but his rage at feeling the incredible loss of her passing is so real.
穴蔵から出てきたもんが鬼だったってことにならねえようにしなよ。
Using this moment as a callback to the old man's warning is excellently timed.
種もみだちゃんと侍から取り戻したんだよ田んぼを作るために
Yeah, take one here.
この花さしてあげよ
That is such a bittersweet ending to the episode. The golden rice paddies. Oh my god, giant friggin' spiders. Just when I thought the monsters were bad enough, they do this!
ああ夜な夜な村の人間がいなくなっちまうあの見張り台だってそのために置いたんだ
Dororo does some expert world building as well as its already brilliant character building too.
うまい。
For a spider, she's pretty kawaii.
ああ、山の仕事場でまた人死にが出た。炎天下の重労働だ。無理もない。
I'm happy to say it again. This anime is epic when it comes to world building. They just expertly set up pretty much every place they go right. I love all the details personally as it builds it up in my mind. It makes it mean something. Wow, okay. That certainly subverted my expectations and has most definitely piqued my interest about where they're going to take this story from here. Also, I mean, they're giving a genuinely decent storyline to a damn spider, so how can I not give another win?
私だって死ぬ気はないからね。頼むとするよ。
引き受けた。一日でも早い方がいい。
Man, I'll be bitterly disappointed if she does end up eating him, considering she's essentially bringing herself to the brink of death by not eating him thus far. I really enjoy this storyline, I just don't want it to end yet.
大丈夫だ。
じゃあ一気に行くよ。そら。
Now I really don't want that storyline to end, because even when faced with danger, he stuck with her and then she stuck with him. That's got the makings for a nice story arc if it ends like that.
化け物女と共にとどめを刺せ。
I cannot express how well put together this storyline is. To take a random monster encounter and build it into a legitimate budding romance story is just epic. I'm so genuinely happy that they ended their story like that, but with this anime, I'm never quite confident how things would turn out, so I was nervous. They handled it beautifully. What a character arc that was.
こいつ噛みやがった。ごめんよ。驚かしちまったのはオイラだな。そんな人を大バカにしたようなんじゃなくて。
Okay, that is clever. Hats off to you guys. Seriously well done.
出たくなんかね。姉ちゃんはな、化け物の嫁になりに行くんだ。
Oh, I can sense some incoming character building for new characters. Character building for new characters is tight. Oh my god, yet another unique Stundler! That's a little JoJo's reference for you guys, but seriously, they're about as varied with their monsters in this anime as they are with stands in JoJo.
姉ちゃんはオラの姉ちゃんじゃねえ。オラはずっと一人で生きてきたんだ。
Another episode, another character, another great backstory, and another great character arc, no doubt. Oh, go on then. Nicely edited shot to make it look as cool as possible, and then a very much unexpectedly huge explosion. Even though it did admittedly make me laugh a lot that the boy got knocked out cold as soon as he tied himself onto the monster, it made for a great scene, and it's nice seeing our main characters use different approaches to solving different issues.
姉ちゃん。姉ちゃん。
Keeping her alive. There's been enough deaths so far, I didn't need another one just yet. It's genuinely nice that they gave us a happy ending to this one. That in itself subverts our expectations, given how many dark endings we've had thus far.
ドロロ。
今オイラのことドロロって。
Oh yes, take one for his first word!
なんだい？ドロロ。
I read somewhere that he learns to speak Japanese as soon as he gets his vocals back, but clearly that's not been the case at all. Firstly, after he got it back, he didn't say a word for several episodes, and now at episode 9, he's only been able to utter his friend's name. So not sure where the person got that from. Oh my word, what an amazing calling card to a flashback.
ちげえね。
次はどこを狙いやしょうか。
そうだな。
Who'd have thought they'd go and give us some character building from his past about his parents? Me, that too!
ドロロ、おっかちゃん。
Not gonna show it, but the animation as they cut down the samurai is smooth as warm butter. Reminds me a lot of Afro Samurai actually, and before you ask, I made a video on that, but it's a Patreon exclusive. Sorry!
もう一度言ってみろ。その口にこいつをぶち込んでやる。
This isn't All Might, but it sounds a lot like All Might, and I did check on my anime list, but I like this guy's voice, and mainly because it does sound like All Might. Basically, it's a badass voice.
もう侍の時代なんだ。これからの世の中、あんたみたいに融通が利かねえんじゃ食っていけねえんだよ。
この卑怯者がやつ先に。
Okay, so firstly I should get this out of the way, but this is pretty sad having to see what happened to his parents. It's always the strong ones that are taken down by tricksters. But secondly, I did some further digging and found out that this is indeed All Might's voice actor. I just heard him during this scene and I couldn't believe it wasn't him, and it turns out I was right. Yay! Man, I'm sad, because it's great his father is still alive, but I fear the worst is coming for them soon, given what we already know. Furthermore, we heard Dororo talking earlier about how his mother refused to sell her body, even if they were starving, so this makes me even more sad knowing that this poor lad's family just goes from bad to worse from here on out. What an absolute beast how he went out, taking down about 8 samurai with him. Genuinely disappointed that I won't get to hear his voice much now, if at all, after this.
言う通りにしてやれ。
お母ちゃん大丈夫？
ああ、さ、慌てて食べるんじゃないよ。
Jesus, what a badass mum. Anything to feed her kid. Wow.
お母ちゃんお母ちゃん返事しておくれよお母ちゃん
The way they beautifully handle this with the red flowers and her demise, the war and lack of food is just nothing short of amazing. Another unique monster da!
このご時世にみんな白い飯を腹いっぱい食ってんだってやタイのお菓子だ焼きに干しアワビにまんじゅうに
まんじゅう
Dororo as an anime continues to excel in its character building and team building. Having seen these two together now for so long creates this incredible bond in the viewer's head. I also love how we're still seeing him sniff things like the blood on his arm and then get to hear him speak a single word.
父上、なぜ赤子などお探しになられているのです。それも10年以上も前の。
Ooh, I like that rotating view a lot.
食われちまう。うろたえるな。綱を引け。
Wow, this kid keeping calm is very impressive. I hope he gets on well with his brother. I don't want to see them fight. Dude, this kid is smart coming up with a plan like that. I'm liking him more and more already. But like I've been saying for multiple episodes now, it shouldn't be a shock that Dororo is doing a great job at character building. It's just their thing. I like this music. It reminds me a lot actually of the White Whale battle from ReZero. I think they did this beautifully with them all working together. His helpers seem incredibly confident as well, which I like a lot. In fact, it would be amazing to see backstories for them as well actually. I love how he's come up with the idea to drain the water away. That is so damn clever. The fact that they're subduing the monster and how amazing they made said subduing look. Oh man, I actually waited with bated breath then before writing this because I was wondering if the big guy was killed or not. Also take another one because his damn brother has shown up and oh my god, what's gonna happen now? This ending, giving us a look at everyone in his family.
だいたい兄貴がいなけりゃそこの侍なんか今頃化け物の腹ん中だぜ
いずこのものかは知らぬが助太刀心より感謝する
Him actually acknowledging that he did indeed save him during the battle is tight. Is it me or does his soul look a bit different to everyone else's we've seen so far? If so, that's cool because it's like he can spot members of his family potentially.
あっちこっちを旅しながらバッサバッサちんけなやつ相手にしねえよ
I do like this kid a lot, I must admit. She's a great addition to their team, doing all the talking as well naturally. Getting to see what a rich city actually looks like for the first time ever in this anime is wild.
く滅び幾久しく末長くあ大言
Seeing the old man back again.
名は百鬼丸と。
This is so good!
それに惹かれた化け物どもが夜な夜な集まり始めて今はもう
I swear this becomes more and more like The Witcher 3 to me every episode.
頑ぜない子供の命を犠牲にしていずれ報いが来ます。
This was just about the best way they could have done this. Seeing Dororo actually starting to feel confident enough to help out in combat, both on this occasion and with the giant centipede demon, is awesome. I am seriously so glad that I decided to write 12 episodes in one go. It's been a huge amount of work, but I'm very happy to be able to watch episode 12 after this and see what happens next.
お前は何だ
Well, I definitely knew that this much was bound to happen. His father is a massive douche, to put it in an extremely child-friendly way, but it's still sad to see how cold he is after knowing the child was completely innocent. It's actually another thing I adore about the story, is how easy it is to feel for the main character, because he's had one of the hardest times I've ever seen a character have in an anime other than Guts, I guess.
何も知らぬまま国のためにそれでも
I knew I liked this lad, but honestly I never thought he'd cared this much, going out of his way to protect his people, thanking his brother for his help, giving them money, investigating his brother, and now scolding his mother. It's brilliant. All of them do have the same aura, so it does appear that he can see the souls of his family members. Also, I do like the added touch of his father appearing with specks of red, given that he's killed humans.
随分と百鬼丸に似た。
Oh, okay, that's kind of weird, so he can see it too. So what the heck is it about that family causing that then?
今や国を脅かす兄上こそこの国にとっての鬼神
Ah, man, I know it's a great all-rounded character arc to have him go full circle like this, but I must say it's a little disappointing to see it turn out like that. But they gotta do their thing in the story.
やだ、兄貴
He's such a great guy that even whilst fighting his brother, he hears Dororo call him and quickly runs to help her out. I don't even know what the mother's sacrifice has done exactly, but it's brilliant that now at the 12 episode mark they've also brought her story full circle as well as all of the others. Hearing her plea for forgiveness and hearing how she had struggled every day with the choice the father made hit me hard. They can take an extremely rare 2 wins for this moment.
一緒に行くだろ。うん。
Having the boy's mother still be alive is one of those very rare, genuinely nice moments in this anime. Foreshadowing like a boss! Well, thanks so much for watching this one, guys. You mean the world to me. Thanks for your continued support of likes and comments and watching the video as soon as I put it out quickly. You're a brilliant fan base. See you all next time, and I gotta say I'm loving this anime. It's amazing. Nathan Burr, The Ortho, Josiah May, Bird Without a Word, Arias Alibari, PK Fan, Chef Kilo, Tyler Powers, Lawrence, BZX001, Yona Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Manuel Morales, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Sentimento, Silva, Morgan Vargas, Master Tank, Brendan Krier, Kyle Farmer, Theodore Quackens, Kaj Vorzelman, Jordan Samuels, Gabby Z.